Okay. So today we are going to do these formats, which are really, really helpful for the introductory questions of the IELTS speaking test. Okay. What happens mainly is that when the students are asked a question in a certain, like how often, do you often, they pick up the question, they pick up the answer wrongly. And, then there is irreparable damage. The question cannot be like, the answer cannot be made better then. Okay. So you must practice on these, because in the introductory question, you will have how often question, do you often question, then you will have a have you ever question, and then you will also have some did questions, okay, which will involve answering in the past time. Then they ask questions like, when was the last time you did this? Okay. Then they ask like, when did you last do this? Then if you could do something in your hometown, what would it be? So like that questions. Okay. Then at what age would you like your children to drive at? So here also students pick up the answer wrongly. Then there is one, the most, what do you like the most about your city? What is the one thing you like in your friend? What is the one thing you dislike in your friend? Okay. Then for and since, how to answer, how long have you been studying English? And then you have to answer with a for or a since, and you have to pick them nicely, because since is for a point of time, for is for a period of time. Okay. So whenever you have a have question, the answer will have a have in it. We'll start from the back end, because whenever I've taken this class, I've started from the first set of questions, and then these questions are done in a very hurried way. So today I'll pick them up from the back end, and if you want to attend these more of these format classes, there are 2 or 3 I've earlier taken. They are public on the YouTube. So if you go to my channel and fill in formats, those classes will open up and you can watch them from the recordings. And every class will really teach you something or the else. And one thing very important is that when you pick up when the introductory sets go well, overall band score is better than many students come and tell me, ma'am, intro sets mein thoda nervous ho gaye, baad mein theek ho gaya. They don't score so high. अगर कोई बच्चा बोलता है इंट्रो बहुत अच्छा गया, बाद में थोड़ा नर्वस हो गई, तो उनके मैंने अच्छे बैंड आते देखे हैं. So introductory sets questions are really important. Okay. So how long have you been studying English? How long have you been? अब आप have वाला एक point note करो. When you have a have in the question, the answer will have a have. Okay. So how long have you been studying English? Who will answer it?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I have been studying English for last 15 years.
Yes, for the last 15 years. Good. If you have to answer with a since, how will it be?
I have been studying since 2005.
Yes, that's it. So since is for a point of time. How long have you been staying in your hometown? Ashwarya? How long have you been staying in your hometown?
I have been living in my hometown since my childhood.
Very good. Since my childhood. Okay. How long have you been watching this serial?
Mostly in my leisure time, I watching my serial programs.
No, see, you have picked it up wrongly.
Yeah.
See, for or since नहीं लगाया, आपका आंसर गलत चला गया. गलत in the sense कि हाई स्कोरिंग नहीं जाएगा. हाँ, 5.5-6 तो आ ही जाएंगे. आपने आंसर तो दिया है, चुप तो रहे नहीं हो. But see, that is why these formats are important. You must pick them up very nicely. You will not go wrong. They'll be 100% correct grammatically. How long have you been watching this serial? I have been watching this serial for the last 2 months. Yeah, since its first telecast on 5th January, like that you can answer. Okay, for and since. How long have you been in this stream? Stream like what you are studying, supposing. How long have you been in this stream?
Can I answer?
Yes.
I have been in this stream since 2 years, since 2015.
Yes, 2 years hota to for aana tha na, for the last 2 years. Okay, very good. How long have you been playing cricket?
I
देवर्थ,
have been playing
और
cricket.
बच्चों को आंसर देने दो. देवर्थ, are you there? दीपक, बॉयज साइलेंट है, बॉयज कम बोलते हैं.
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बोलो.
Devdutt is here.
हाँ बोलो. How long have you been playing cricket? क्या इतना मुश्किल है?
मैम मैं बताऊं?
हाँ बोलो.
I have been playing cricket from since last 2 years.
सिंस के बाद 2 years नहीं आ सकता ना. सिंस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम के लिए. देखो, सिंस इज फॉर अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. घड़ी में आप पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम आप कह लो. कोई ईयर मेंशन कर दो, टाइम मेंशन कर दो, कोई मंथ मेंशन कर दो. पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. सिंस 2020. Since 2020 for the last 2 years. Okay.
Ma'am, since childhood we are 12th standard.
हाँ, since I was in 12th. Okay. हाँ.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been studying in this school? Moin.
Ma'am, can I?
हाँ जी बोलो चलो. हाँ.
I have been studying in this school from past 15 years.
For the past 15 years. Okay. For since. How long have you been riding a bike?
I have been riding.
It's
I
been
have-
3 years. Since 3 years, I have been riding bike since 3 years.
I have been riding.
3 years नहीं हो सकता ना. 3 years is a period of time. Okay.
4, yes, ma'am, 4.
For the last 3 years.
Yes,
Okay.
I
ma'am.
have been riding a bike since 2015.
Yes, that is it. Okay. How long have you been dancing?
I have been
I have been
dancing
dancing
for 2 years.
For the last 2 years. Okay, good. Okay. How long have you used, how long have you been using this cell phone?
Ma'am,
I have
been
been
using
standing
cell
the
phone
for last 2 years.
For the last, the first, the last. ये the का use करा करो साथ में. Okay, for the last 2 years, for the last 4 years, for the last 10 years. Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
मैम हम since childhood बोल सकते हैं? Since
Since childhood बोल सकते. Since my childhood. Okay.
yes, okay.
Okay. So ये वो आपको आ गया ये वाला फॉर्मेट. आपको कुछ ना कुछ ऐसा क्वेश्चन पूछे. हाउ लॉन्ग हैव यू बीन, मैंने पूछा ना. हाउ लॉन्ग हैव यू यूज्ड दिस सेल फोन? आप बोलो.
I have been
I have
using
been
this cell phone for the last 5 years.
मैंने चेंज करा ना क्वेश्चन.
Yes, ma'am. This
I have been
मैंने
used.
बोला हाउ लॉन्ग हैव यू यूज्ड दिस सेल फोन?
I have been using this cell phone for the
बीन
last.
यूजिंग क्यों कर रहे हो? See, my question is
Okay.
not
I have
having been
used this
using.
phone.
I have used this cell phone
I have
for 2 years.
Yes, I have
हाँ.
used this phone for 2 years.
हाँ ठीक है. तो आप एग्जामिनर के क्वेश्चन का फॉर्म भी देखो ना. कौन से फॉर्म में पूछ रहा है आपको. कॉन्टिन्यूअस में पूछ रहा है कि प्रेजेंट परफेक्ट कॉन्टिन्यूअस में पूछ रहा है या सिंपल पास्ट में पूछ रहा है. सो यू हैव टू सी. ओके. Okay, now what is the one thing? Now this is they will ask you such questions also. What is the one thing you like about your home? What is the one thing you like about your home? Yes.
My kitchen garden.
One thing that I like the most is my kitchen garden.
The one thing I like about my home is my kitchen garden.
Kitchen garden.
Okay? What is the one thing you like about your hometown?
I like
One
one
thing
thing
that I like
about
in my
my
hometown
hometown
is
is
the
street
playground.
market.
एक तो ना 2-2 3-3 जने इकट्ठे बोलते हो. जब मैं किसी का नाम लेती हूँ वो बोलता नहीं है. कुछ नहीं सुना मुझे. What is the one thing you like about your hometown?
The one thing that I like about
That कहाँ है? What is the one thing that you like? मेरे that है question में.
the one thing that I like
That
about-
कहाँ है मेरे question में?
Ma'am, I said the
The thing
That
which
बोल रहे हो आप
I
बार-बार.
liked.
What is the one thing you like about your hometown? अब बोलो.
the one thing that I like
That
about
क्यों आ रहा है?
Oh,
फिर आप that बोल ही जा रहे हो.
No, ma'am, I said the 3 times I said the
आप बाकी बच्चे आप सुन रहे हो?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
हर
ma'am.
हर बार उसने
Yes,
दैट
ma'am.
बोला है ना?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. रुपिंदर, रुपिंदर,
The one
Yes, I
thing
do,
that
ma'am.
she said, the one thing
हाँ,
that.
The one thing that.
दैट क्यों आ रहा है?
ओके, यहाँ पर दैट नहीं आना.
दो
ओके
बार
मैम, आई
करके
गॉट
और
इट
कहाँ
नाउ.
मैं बोल रही हूँ? जहाँ लगा
ओके
रहे हो
ओके
वहीं बोल रही
ओके
हूँ ना?
ओके ओके मैम, आई गॉट इट.
हाँ,
ओके, मुझे लगा स्टार्टिंग में दैट का बोल रहे हो.
तो दैट आप बोल ही नहीं रहे हो स्टार्टिंग में, तो मैं क्यों चेक कर रही हूँ वहाँ पे?
ओके 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 मैम, दैट नहीं आएगा.
What is the one thing you like about your hometown?
The one thing I like about my hometown is the playground.
Yes.
Is the playground. Okay. What is the one thing you like about your friend?
The
Vandana.
one thing I like.
The one thing that I like about my
That
friend.
आपने भी बोला है.
Yes, ma'am. The one thing that. Okay, yeah.
That नहीं
The
आना.
one
The
thing
one thing
I
I
like about my friend is her honesty.
Very good.
Caring
Honest.
nature.
Honesty.
H silent है.
नहीं आना.
What is the
Honesty.
one thing you like about your cousin? Abjeet.
One thing I like in my cousin is caring nature.
The one thing, the से शुरू करो ना. The one thing I like in my cousin is her caring nature. Is her caring
Okay.
nature. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
What is the one thing you dislike about your home?
The one thing I dislike
मैम
my
अपना नेम ले दो कि किसने
parking
बोलना है,
area.
फिर वो ना
अच्छा ठीक
इकट्ठा
है,
हो जाए.
ठीक है, ठीक है. What is the one thing you dislike about your home, Aishwarya?
The one thing I dislike about my home is our kitchen. It's very small.
Is the kitchen. Is the kitchen. Kitchen नहीं, the kitchen. ठीक है. What is the one thing you dislike about your hometown, Aman? ये अमन कौन है? Okay. Deep. Deep. हबल किया. Deep.
One thing I
नहीं, the से शुरू
dislike
करो.
about
The से शुरू करो. The one thing. What is the one thing you dislike about your hometown?
the one thing I dislike about my hometown is the road system.
Is the road system. Okay, good. कुछ भी बोल सकते हो. ये सिर्फ आपको questions के लिए. Okay. What is the one thing you dislike about your friend, Rupal?
The one thing I dislike about my friend is the begging things, pouring things.
The begging
Yes.
things नहीं जच रहा. The one thing I
Okay.
dislike about my friend is
The
that
caring style.
she's never punctual. Okay.
Her dressing sense.
हाँ, okay, okay, okay.
हाँ, कुछ भी ऐसे बोल दो ना जो कुछ ऐसा भी आपको उसमें नहीं अच्छा लगता. ठीक है. What is the one thing you
Okay, ma'am.
dislike about your siblings? Okay, who will speak?
मैम मैं बोलूं.
मैं कौन है? राजवीर. हाँ जी बोलो.
The one thing that I dislike about my sibling is her dressing style.
Dressing sense. Okay, dressing style. Rajveer, whose picture have you put in your display picture?
मैम एक्चुअली ये राडा साहब वाले ना छोटे महाराज जी हैं, उनकी पिक्चर है.
Okay, okay, okay. What is the one thing you dislike about the internet? ये एक तो नाम ही बड़े अजीब अजीब से हैं. एक का नाम है AKAPCYM. क्या बुलाऊं? गुरशरण. हाँ, गुरशरण. What is the one thing you dislike about the internet?
The one thing I dislike about the internet is fake news.
Is the
Fake news.
news is कोई word नहीं है.
News.
Okay, what is the one thing you dislike about the internet? You can say the one thing I dislike about the internet is the information overload.
Okay.
Okay, you are searching for something and too many sites open up and you are confused. What is the one thing you dislike about traveling by train? Manpreet, what is the one thing you dislike about traveling by train? Irneet?
The one thing I dislike about traveling in train is it is very uncomfortable.
Is that, यहाँ पे that लगा सकते, is that it's very uncomfortable. Okay.
Insecurity भी हो सकता है मैम. Insecurity.
Security.
Insecurity.
Insecurity. But that will be if you're traveling alone. If you're with
Okay.
your, that is not traveling by train. Train is quite secure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What is the one thing you like about wearing jeans?
The one thing,
Can I,
The
Monica?
one thing.
Okay, Harvinder.
the one thing I like wearing,
About
one
wearing
thing
jeans.
about wearing jeans is that these are very comfortable.
Very good. Moin, your turn. What is the one thing you like about cold weather?
Well, the one thing is that about weather, especially cold.
आपने सारा आंसर खराब कर दिया अपना, इसीलिए फॉर्मेट्स बनाए हैं मैंने. ओके, पूरा ऐसे उठा दो. इट्स सो इजी एंड सिंपल टू सिक्योर बैंड्स को, गुड बैंड्स को. What is the one thing you dislike about, you like about cold weather? The one thing I like about cold weather is that I don't sweat much. कुछ भी ऐसे बोल सकते हो. Dislike में आ रहे हैं तो that you have to wear too many clothes. Like that you can say anything. Okay? समझ आ गया?
Yes, madam.
What is the, anybody of you who is the only child? Who is an only child?
Ma'am, I am.
Ma'am, it's me.
Ashwarya. Ashwarya.
Ashwarya. Okay. What is the one thing you like about being an only child?
The one thing I like.
Bolo.
The one thing I like being an only.
The one thing I like
get a lot
about
of
being an only child
pampering from.
is that
I'm being pampered by a lot of. Ma'am, is that
That
I
my-
am
that-
pampered a lot
that-
by my parents.
yes, that I am pampered a lot by my parents. Very good. Okay. What is the one thing you like about your country, Monica?
The one thing that I like about my country is that it is very diverse and there are various cultures.
That आपने भी लगा दिया. मेरे ख्याल बच्चों आदत पड़ी हुई है ना. One thing that I like. What is the one thing I like? That जब क्वेश्चन में नहीं है ना, don't add such words. ठीक है? Okay. अगला फॉर्मेट है. अब ये आप the most, ऐसे ना कई बार पूछते हैं what do you like the most about your city? इसमें ना the most end में ले आना, नहीं तो क्वेश्चन आंसर बिगड़ जाता है थोड़ा. कई वेज में दे सकते हो, पर अगर सिंपल उठा लोगे, इनकी प्रैक्टिस कर लोगे तो आपको इंट्रो सेट्स में हेल्प हो जाएगी. व्हाट डू यू लाइक द मोस्ट अबाउट योर सिटी? आई लाइक द ट्रांसपोर्टेशन सिस्टम ऑफ माय सिटी द मोस्ट एंड में कर दो. आई लाइक द मोस्ट, फिर आगे क्वेश्चन नहीं बनता, बच्चे ऐसे शुरू कर देते हैं. ठीक है? सो व्हाट डू यू लाइक इन योर हाउस और अपार्टमेंट द मोस्ट? व्हाट डू यू लाइक द मोस्ट इन योर हाउस? चलो अब जीत. What do you like the most in your house? Lovepreet, are you there? Mitali?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ बोलो. What do you like the most in your home? In your house?
I like my own room the most in my house.
Very good. The most. बस the most पे खत्म कर दो. That's good enough. ठीक है? Okay. Next is ये वाले क्वेश्चंस है. At what age would you like your children to drive at? Okay.
Ma'am?
Okay. Yes.
मैम इसको दोबारा रिपीट करना. द मोस्ट
The most end में बोल दो बस, कुछ नहीं है. What do you like the most about your hometown? I like the people of my hometown the most.
ओके ओके ठीक है.
Okay. That is
Okay.
it. At what age would you like your children to drive at? बोलो. Okay. Okay, who will speak? Navdeep. At what age would you like your children to drive at? Prajisha, Swapna, Swathi, Vandana.
I would like my children to drive at the age of 18.
Very good. Okay. What kind of food would you like your mother to cook for you? Rukhya.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What kind of food would you like your mother to cook for you?
I would like my mother to cook for me idli chutney.
to cook idli chutney for me. Okay, I would like my mother to cook idli chutney for me. वैसे ठीक है आपने जो बोला है. What fashion would you like your children to follow? Rukia.
Ma'am, can you please repeat the question, ma'am?
What fashion would you like your children to follow?
I would like my children to follow what fashion? Fashion. I have no sense in the fashion area, ma'am. That is the thing.
Like we can say sober clothes. Ma'am, the latest fashion.
I would like your
latest
children
trend.
to wear
Trending, the
trendy
latest
clothes.
trend.
You can say anything. Okay. Okay. What books would you like your children to read, Shelza? What books would you like your children to read?
I would like my children to read fiction books.
Very good. Fiction. Fiction is good enough. Books लगाने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं. Okay. Now the next set of questions is if you could. See, ठीक है. If you could change one thing in your hometown, what would it be? Yes. Who will answer it? If you could change one thing in your hometown, what would it be? Kulbir? Param? Rupinder? Saman, yes.
Can I answer?
You've joined. If you could change one thing in your hometown, what would it be?
I would like to change the traffic system.
If I could change, I would like to change the traffic system. Okay, if I could, then I would do it. So if I could change one thing, I would change the traffic system. Okay? If you could change one thing in your home, what would it be, Swathi?
If I could change one thing in my home, it will be expanding my balcony.
Yes, it would be the balcony. Okay, that I would like to expand it. You can make it 2 sentences. It would be the balcony. Okay. I would like to expand it. Okay. If you win a lottery, what would you do? Amit, if you win a lottery, what would you do? Somebody has logged in with my phone number.
Ma'am, can I?
Ma'am,
can I?
हाँ बोलो बोलो.
If I win a lottery, I would buy a home.
Okay, I would buy a house. Home तो फिर रहने से बनाते हो ना आप उसको.
Okay, I would buy a home. I would buy a house.
ठीक है. Okay. Now the next set of questions is when did you last? Okay, when did you पूछते हैं. आप जब भी intro sets up करोगे ना, आप देखना उनमें आपको कोई ना कोई formats नजर आ जाएंगे. Okay.
Okay.
When did you last buy vegetables? When did you last buy vegetables, Monica?
I last purchased vegetables yesterday.
I last bought What बोला ना आपने?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. When did you last go for a movie, Aishwarya?
I went for the movie.
I last went for a movie.
Okay.
I last went for a movie. Kab?
Ma'am, can't I say I went for the movie last week?
हाँ, I last went for a movie last week. 2 बार last आएगा फिर. Okay? क्योंकि आप कहना चाहते हो पिछली बार मैं मूवी देखने गई थी पिछले हफ्ते. आखिरी बार, ठीक है, ऐसे बोल सकते हो. When did you last meet your neighbors, Saman? When did you last meet your neighbors?
I met them last week.
I last met my neighbors last week. Okay. I last met my neighbors. When did you last fight with your brother, Harpreet? When did you last fight with your brother?
Yes, now it seems, ma'am.
Okay. When did you last fight with your brother, Gursaran? When did you last fight with your brother, Raman?
Fight with my brother on Sunday.
When did you last fight with your brother? Can I किसने
I
बोला?
last fight with my brother on Sunday.
एक तो आपने fight नहीं आना था और एक on नहीं आना.
I last fought with my brother.
I last
fought with my brother.
Fought आएगा.
On
When did you
Saturday.
last fight with your brother? I last fought with my brother today morning, yesterday, day before yesterday, last week, last month. 1 year ago. ठीक है, और झूठ बोलना तो कह देना I never fight with my brother. I've never fought with my brother. क्योंकि झगड़े तो सभी
I don't
करते
have a
रहते हैं.
brother.
हाँ, you don't have a brother.
मैम
चलो
जिसके
आप
भाई ही
बोल-
नहीं है तो क्या?
फिर आप सिस्टर का बोल देना ना. ठीक है. Okay.
ठीक है.
When did you last write an essay?
I wrote last an essay today.
I last wrote an
I
essay.
last
I last wrote an
I
essay
wrote
today morning.
an essay yesterday.
I last wrote an essay yesterday. I
Today
last
morning.
wrote an
This
essay
morning
today.
also we can say, right?
What?
This morning also we can add,
Yes,
right?
yes. I last wrote an essay today morning. Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
Ma'am, which is the correct usage? This morning or today morning?
And both are correct.
Okay.
Both are correct. When did you last go to Chandigarh?
I last went to Chandigarh
Went to
last week.
Chandigarh last week.
When did you last buy a phone?
I last bought a
last
phone
bought-
last month.
Last month.
Okay. So ये आप अब आंसर दे सकते हो ना ये वाले क्वेश्चंस का?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है. Okay. When did you last हो गया. अब उसके पहले फॉर्मेट है when was the last time. Same question है. But when was the last time? ये the वाला फॉर्मेट आ जाता है. When was the last time you bought vegetables? When was the last time you bought vegetables?
The last time
The
I
last
bought
time I bought
vegetables was
vegetables
last
were yesterday.
Last yesterday.
हाँ, अब देखो मैं आपको ये इसका बता दूं. When was the last time you bought vegetables? The last time I bought vegetables was last Sunday, was yesterday, was today morning. उसके बाद आप जो मर्जी बोलो. ठीक है. But was, question में was है ना. When was the last time you bought vegetables? The last time I bought vegetables was last Sunday. ठीक है. Okay. When was the last time you wrote an essay? Yes.
The last time
The
I
last
wrote
time
an
I
essay
wrote
was yesterday.
The last time I wrote
The
an
last
essay
time I wrote
was
an essay
today
was
morning. Okay.
last week.
Last week. Yes. Okay. Anything you can say. So these are the when was the last time formats. And now you will practice these. You will you know with you have to answer. You have to pick up the answer correctly. And your fluency, you will see, will improve. Just give 10-15 minutes a day to these formats. Ask anybody to sit in front of you and ask you these questions. Okay? And just answer them quickly. That will add to your fluency. Okay?
Okay.
Now there is the format of did. Did questions you will find 2 or 3 or even more in your intro sets. Okay? In the did question, whatever the verb is, you have to pick up that verb and you have to use the past tense of that verb. Students are asked questions very commonly. Why did you choose these subjects? First question I have written here because every second, third student is asked this. अगर GT के हैं students उनको पूछा जाएगा why did you choose this job? Why did you choose these subjects? I chose. अगर आपने choose बोल दिया, आपने बाकी का आंसर अपनी तरफ से 8 बैंड का भी बोला है तो 5.5 ही रहेंगे क्योंकि इनमें आपको past tense लगाना है. ठीक है? Why did you choose these subjects? I chose these subjects because I was interested in them. How did you get to school? How did you get to school?
I got to school.
I went to school by
I
bus.
got to
School by
देखो
bus.
आप verb ना change करो. Don't change the verb examiner has used. Okay? I got to school by bus. How did you learn cooking in your childhood?
I learned
cooking.
I learned cooking from my mother.
I learned cooking in my childhood through my mom.
From my mother. Why did you run fast?
I ran fast to catch
I ran
the
fast
train.
because my mother was leaving the house.
I ran fast because I was getting late. कुछ भी बोल सकते हो, okay?
My
Next
mother
है, why did you learn English?
I learned English.
Because
It's
international language now.
International language.
Yes, yes. Why did
I
you
learned
wear,
English to clear the exam.
why did you wear a sweater yesterday?
I
wore a sweater yesterday because it was too cold.
Because it was very cold.
Very
because it was very cold.
Anybody from Kerala here?
Yes, ma'am. I'm from Kerala.
So how is the weather there now?
Yeah, it's a very good weather here, ma'am. Now, not too cold and not hot also.
Do you have to wear a sweater or a coat?
No, nothing.
Nothing. See, it's not hot, cold at all. So lucky.
Yeah, God's son can say this.
So one of my students asked me, ma'am, if they will switch on the AC over there, I have got allergy. So I said, why will they switch on AC? It's winter. So he said, no, ma'am, I'm from Kerala. I said, okay. So that's why you're worried about that.
Yeah.
Why did you write a letter to your friend?
I
I wrote a letter to my friend who invited me to my wedding.
Okay.
her on my
Why
birthday.
did you sleep late?
I slept late because I was watching.
I slept late because I was studying.
Why did you sleep till late? इसका क्या मतलब है? पहले तो इसका मतलब बताओ. Why did you sleep till late?
देर तक क्यों सोते हो?
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਵੇਰੇ ਦੇਰ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਉਂ ਉੱਠੇ? ਇਹਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੈ. ਦੇਰ ਤੱਕ ਕਿਉਂ ਸੁੱਤੇ ਰਹੇ? Okay? देर तक क्यों सोए रहे? Why did you sleep till late? देर तक क्यों सोए रहे? सुबह 10, 11, 12 बजे तक. Okay? And why did you sleep late? आप रात को लेट क्यों सोए? ठीक है, टेल लगाने से पूरा चेंज हो जाता है मीनिंग. ठीक है. Why did you eat an apple?
हाँ जी मैम, ये लिसनिंग में भी आता है. जब टिल होता है ना तो लास्ट वाली जो उन्होंने टाइमिंग बताई होती है वो लिखनी होती है.
हाँ, why did you sleep till late? Okay? Till late. वो टिल डिफरेंट है, पर ये टिल लेट का मतलब है लेट तक क्यों सोए रहे. ठीक है. I slept till late because I had slept late. ठीक है. मैं देर से सोई थी इसलिए देर तक सोई रही. समझ आ गया?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Why did you eat an apple?
I ate an apple because I was starving.
I ate an apple because I was bored.
Why did you beat your sister?
I beat my sister who is mischievous
Beat का
habits.
past tense भी beat है. Okay?
Yes.
Why did you put the vegetables in the fridge?
I put vegetables in it to keep them fresh.
Why did you throw the vegetables?
I threw the vegetables as it was spoiled.
I threw the vegetables because they are rotten.
They had rotted. Okay.
Rotten.
Did you grow
Ma'am,
up?
they
in a
were
village?
rotten भी बोल सकते हैं.
Why did you grow up in a village or a city? Did you grow up in a village or a city?
I grew up in
You grew up. Okay. What did you do last weekend?
Grew up in a city.
What did you do last weekend? I went to for a movie last weekend. बोल सकते हो, ठीक है? Why did you borrow money?
I borrowed money.
Why did you lend
buy a new
money?
jacket.
Why did you lend money?
I lend money.
I lent money. So
Lent money. Lent.
I
ठीक है?
lent money so
हाँ.
that.
अच्छा चलो did वाले हो गए. अब है have you ever? Believe me, ये भी आपसे बहुत पूछे जाते हैं have you ever. ठीक है? Have you ever क्वेश्चन में ना मैं आपको एक दो चीजें बताऊंगी जो बहुत मैं हर एक को बताती हूँ ऐसे ही. अगर क्वेश्चन में have है तो आंसर में have लगा देना. अगर क्वेश्चन में have नहीं है तो आंसर में have नहीं आएगा. ओके? और अगर क्वेश्चन में have है तो एग्जामिनर की इंग्लिश जज हो रही है, आपकी नहीं. एग्जामिनर ने have के साथ थर्ड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब लगा के आपको क्वेश्चन दिया है. आपको उस वर्ब की फॉर्म को चेंज नहीं करना है और हैव भी वैसे का वैसे ही उठाना है. ये समझ आ गई बात?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever been on a long trip? अगर इसका आंसर आपको नो में देना है तो 4 वर्ड्स आएंगे. नो, आई, हैव, नेवर. अगर पॉजिटिव आंसर है तो पॉजिटिव आंसर में ऐसा कोई फॉर्मेट नहीं है पर एवर वर्ड नहीं आएगा. ओके? सो हैव यू एवर विजिटेड अ म्यूजियम? अगर आपने नेगेटिव आंसर देना है नो वाला तो क्या होएगा? बोलो.
No, I have never visited a museum.
देखो एग्जामिनर ने आपको विजिटेड दिया है ना, विजिटेड वर्ड एग्जामिनर ने दिया ना. तो मैं बच्चों को समझाती हूँ. एग्जामिनर ने आटा मल दिया, पेड़ा कर दिया, रोटी बेल दी, फुल्का बना दिया, गिराई तोड़ दी, आपके मुंह में डाल दिया. आपको सिर्फ चबानी है, आप वापस से आटा मलने लग जाते हो अगर वर्ब चेंज करते हो, तो सारी गड़बड़ हो जाती है, ठीक है? सो हैव यू एवर met a politician?
No, I have never
No, I have never met a politician.
Okay. Have you ever been to Azerbaijan?
No, I have
No, I have never been to.
Have you ever eaten chipotle?
No, I have
No,
never
I
eaten
have never
chipotle.
Yes, I have.
Eaten, देखो eaten नहीं आना है क्योंकि एग्जामिनर ने आपको eaten दिया है, बच्चे ate ऊट जो मर्जी पता नहीं क्या क्या कर देते हैं। अभी आपको समझ आ गया, सब आंसर करेक्ट बोल रहे हो?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever learnt dancing?
Yes, I have learned.
Yes, I have learned dancing. Okay. ठीक है, yes, I have learned dancing. I have learned Kathak, I have learned Bharatnatyam, I have learned contemporary dance. कुछ भी आगे second sentence में बोल सकते हो. Okay. Have you ever done bungee jumping?
Yes,
I
I haven't done bungee jumping, but
No, I have never. Haven't किसने बोला है? गलत हो गया. Okay. No, I have never done bungee jumping. अगर आप no I haven't done तो आपका आंसर गलत हो गया. ठीक है? Have you ever played hopscotch?
no.
No, I have never played hopscotch.
अच्छा, आपने कभी टापू नहीं खेला छोटे होते?
Yes,
खेला
ma'am,
मैं
इसी को
बहुत
तो
खेला
बोलते
है।
तो hopscotch नहीं पता था क्या होता है?
Okay.
हैं। इसी को बोलते हैं
नहीं
hopscotch.
पता था, मुझे नहीं पता था।
Hopscotch.
Have you ever played hopscotch? No, I have never played hopscotch. Have you ever bunked school?
No, I have
Yes,
never.
I have.
I have
Yes, I
never.
have bunked school a lot of times.
अच्छा, अब स्कूल बंक नहीं करा कभी?
No, ma'am.
बड़े अच्छे बच्चे हो। हाँ, मुझे तो अपना मेडिकल कॉलेज का टाइम याद आता है। हम हॉस्टल से भाग के नाइट शो फर्स्ट शो देखते होते थे।
Yes, ma'am, आपने एक दिन पहले भी बताया था।
आपको याद है?
सीरियसली आप ऐसे करते थे?
है ना? पता है स्ट्रेस
मैम कोई क्या
अभी तो कुछ नहीं, अभी तो इतनी
तब
movies
सीरियसली
release
ऐसे
होती हैं।
करते थे?
हाँ, तब पता है कभी कभी मूवी रिलीज होती थी और फिर इतना स्ट्रेस रहता था कि वो भी देखनी है, वो भी देखनी है, पढ़ ही नहीं होता था। तो काम खत्म करो, पहले दिन देखाओ, फिर स्ट्रेस फ्री होके बाकी काम करो, ये होता
मैम
था।
आपको डर नहीं लगता था बंक करते टाइम?
सारे होते थे, पूरा पूरा ग्रुप बंक करता था, ऐसे थोड़ी।
मास बंक.
Mass bunk.
ओके, हैव यू एवर ड्रिवन कार्स?
No, I have never
Yes,
driven
I
car.
have driven.
Yes, I have driven या
No,
no, I
I
have
have
never.
never
Ever word
driven.
नहीं आना, ठीक है? Okay, now the first format, अब नहीं, अभी दो रहते हैं. Do you often? Do you often? अगर आपसे अगर do you often क्वेश्चन है ना, तो often word आना ही आना है आंसर में. Do you often watch TV? या तो आप बोलोगे yes I often, या आप बोलोगे no I don't often. ठीक है? अगर do you often है. Do you often visit relatives? Yes I often visit
Yes, I
relatives.
often
No I don't often.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैम, ऑफन का मीनिंग अक्सर होता है ना?
हाँ, क्या आप अक्सर टीवी देखते हो? यस, मैं अक्सर टीवी देखता। नहीं, मैं अक्सर टीवी नहीं देखता, ज्यादातर। ऑफन मींस काफी बार।
मैम इसको लेंथी भी करना है थोड़ा सा, जैसे
yes,
यस आई
उसके
ऑफन
बाद आप दूसरे और सेंटेंसेस ऐड करो, पर उठाना देखो, आपको मैं आंसर उठाना बता रही हूँ। हाउ टू बिगिन, वेल बिगन इज हाफ डन। पता है क्या होता है? मैं आपको बताती हूँ, एक सही एग्जांपल दे रही हूँ। हाउ ऑफन वाला क्वेश्चन मैंने पूछती होती थी क्लास में, हाउ ऑफन डू यू वॉच टीवी? तो बच्चे एकदम बोल पड़ते थे आई ऑफन, और उसके बाद ना वो इररिपेयरेबल डैमेज हो जाता है, वो क्वेश्चन सही हो ही नहीं पाता। ठीक है? अब जब डू यू ऑफन में तो यस या नो आंसर है, ये चीज सही होता है। हाउ ऑफन वाले क्वेश्चन में बच्चे ना ऑफन डाल देते थे। अब हाउ ऑफन वाले क्वेश्चन में आंसर में ऑफन नहीं आना, एक्सेप्ट अगर आपने बोलना है वेरी ऑफन। ठीक है? हाउ ऑफन डू यू वॉच टीवी? आई वॉच टीवी वेरी ऑफन, in fact daily. Okay, how often do you throw parties? I throw parties very rarely, once or twice a year. Okay, how often do you visit museums? I visit museums very rarely, once or twice in a year. How often do you eat out? I eat out quite often, once or twice a month. अब देखो eat out के लिए अगर आप बाहर खाना खाते हो घर से, महीने में 2-3 बार तो वो वेरी ऑफन हो जाता है, पर अगर आप टीवी के लिए बोलोगे आई वॉच टीवी वेरी ऑफन 2 or 3 times a month, तो वो गलत हो जाएगा, बिकॉज टीवी के लिए महीने में 2-3 बार देखना इज वेरी रेयरली। ठीक है, तो आपको थोड़ा इंटेलिजेंटली आंसर्स देने, पर आंसर उठाना सही है। हाउ ऑफन डू यू गो फॉर अ वॉक? बोलो अमन।
Very
मोनिका?
often I go for
I
a
go for a walk.
I go for a walk very often.
हाँ, पहले किसी ने अभी आई ऑफन बोल दिया है, वैसे अभी भी है ना। हाउ ऑफन डू यू गो फॉर अ वॉक? आई गो फॉर अ वॉक वेरी ऑफन, इन फैक्ट एवरी डे, एवरी मॉर्निंग, एवरी इवनिंग। ओके, लाइक दैट यू कैन से। तो आज मैंने आपको फॉर्मेट्स कराए हैं, अब ये फाइल मैं शेयर कर दूंगी। यू मस्ट प्रैक्टिस दीज फॉर्मेट्स एंड बिलीव मी, इफ यू प्रैक्टिस दीज फॉर्मेट्स, इंट्रो सेट्स आपके अच्छे तैयार हो जाएंगे। ओके, लेट अस सी 2-3 इंट्रो सेट्स देखते हैं, उनमें ये क्वेश्चंस कितनी बार आते हैं। जस्ट लेट मी ओपन द फाइल।
मैम हाउ ऑफन में अगर सेल्डम और नेवर यूज करना है तो
लास्ट में आई सेल्डम गो फॉर अ वॉक। ओके,
Okay.
आई सेल्डम गो फॉर अ वॉक आप बोल सकते हो ऐसे।
ओके मैम।
ओके, इसके इंट्रो सेट्स कहाँ पे हैं? ओके,
Excuse me, ma'am. I have one doubt.
हाँ जी
मैम, जो हमारा एक जो डिड वाला क्वेश्चन था, व्हाई डिड यू वियर स्वेटर्स,
हाँ,
उसमें जैसे हम आंसर ये भी कर सकते हैं, आई वोर स्वेटर ड्यू टू चिल वेदर।
ड्यू टू कोल्ड वेदर, चिल वेदर नहीं,
मींस
चिली वेदर,
हाँ,
चिल वेदर नहीं।
मींस बिकॉज की जगह हम ड्यू टू भी यूज कर सकते हैं ना।
Why did you go out? I went out because I हाँ, due to से because better है। Why do you want to use due to पहली बात, क्योंकि because सब बोल रहे हैं। If that is the reason, then that is not the good reason.
नो नो मैम, दिस इज नॉट द केस।
हाँ, तो मतलब वो, क्योंकि कई बच्चों के मन में होता है ये तो सब बोलते हैं, हम कुछ और बोलते हैं
नहीं
डिफरेंट।
नहीं, नो मैम,
वो
ऐसा नहीं,
डिफरेंट
क्योंकि
गलत हो जाता है।
अचानक से मेरे मुंह से ड्यू टू निकला तो मुझे लगा कि
नहीं,
मेरा
वैसे
गलत
ड्यू टू
है।
गलत नहीं होएगा, cause is better. Okay?
ओके मैम, फाइन, थैंक यू सो मच।
ओके, पहला सेट क्वेश्चंस का देखो। इसमें where do you come from, what work do you like your job, do you miss, do वाले क्वेश्चंस हैं ज्यादा, पर डिड वाले भी आएंगे। how long have you lived there? I have lived there since my childhood। ठीक है, तो ये have वाले क्वेश्चंस तो है।
How long have you been?
मतलब मैंने अभी इतना ध्यान, मतलब नहीं, आप जब करोगे ना इंट्रो सेट से ये फॉर्मेट्स की प्रैक्टिस करके इंट्रो सेट्स करोगे।
मैम ओपन वाले क्वेश्चंस है एंड में है, जैसे हम एंड से शुरू करते हैं, उसमें एंड वाले टॉपिक है ना, उनमें काफी ज्यादा है,
काफी क्वेश्चंस होते हैं ऑफन वाले, डिड वाले, ये सारे क्वेश्चंस आपको इंट्रो सेट्स में बहुत हेल्प होएगा फॉर पिकिंग अप द आंसर। ओके
ओके।
हैव यू एवर बॉट शूज ऑनलाइन? देखो हैव यू एवर आ गया, ठीक है, हैव यू एवर, ठीक है। See, what color do your friends like the most? यहाँ पे बताना चाहिए, what colors do your my friends like red color the most end पे ले आना, गलत नहीं होएगा, ठीक है।
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, did color matter to you when you were a child? Yes, color mattered to me, ed लगाना है, second tense, second form of verb, ठीक है।
Yes,
past tense। चलो, ये अब आप इंट्रो सेट्स भी आपके पास फाइल्स तो आई इमेजिन सबके पास होंगी, आई प्रिज्यूम दैट, ठीक है। एंड इन फॉर्मेट्स में शेयर कर देती हूँ अभी, ठीक है। एंड थैंक यू ऑल हु दोज हैव रजिस्टर्ड एट द पोर्टल। एक्चुअली पोर्टल मुझे बड़ा ही उसने स्ट्रेस किया था उस लड़की ने कि ले लो, आपको बहुत हेल्पफुल रहेगा। मुझे तो फाइल भी नहीं अभी डालनी आती उसमें, सो आई एम लर्निंग, 2-3 दिन में लर्न करके जैसे मैं फिर उसमें डाल दूंगी एक ही बार, ये जैसे फॉर्मेट्स है या मोस्ट कॉमनली आस्क्ड स्पेलिंग वर्ड्स इन द लिसनिंग टेस्ट है, उनके स्पेलिंग्स के लिए बच्चों के लिए कुछ ना गोल्डन मटेरियल बना हुआ है, गोल्डन, जो मतलब आपको सब बच्चों के काम आने वाला है। तो आई वाज थिंकिंग हर बार मेरे को शेयर करना पड़ता है ढूंढ के, सो आई विल मेक अ पोर्टल एंड उसपे एक बार डाल दूंगी। सो दैट इज व्हाई आई वेंट इनटू इट, पर मुझे अभी थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट लग रहा है, but I'm learning, so I'll be putting up these things over there only. And thank you all for registering. बाकी जिन्होंने नहीं रजिस्टर करा वो भी कर लो, because जैसे ही मैं डाल दूंगी फिर मैं उसी पे आपको उसके लिंक्स वगैरह डालूंगी। I don't have to put to all the groups, मेरे ग्रुप्स काफी बने हुए हैं, तो मेरे को सब ग्रुप्स में फिर शेयर करना पड़ता है। दैट इज लेंथी वर्क फॉर मी एवरी डे।
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, तो दैट इज आई वाज आस्किंग यू टू रजिस्टर ऑन दैट। अभी कोई प्रॉब्लम तो नहीं आ रही रजिस्टर करने में?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
शुरू
मैम
में
ये
तो
पोर्टल